welcome to another episode of the Afterwork Anime Club podcast. It has been a little while.
Meowdy.
I am Lulu Soul, and together with me here now is...
Hello, I am Salvatore Sharkington. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Now, normally we have a third and sometimes fourth members, but they have very busy lives and are not able to join us for the foreseeable future. But when they can join us, they will return. So, Sharko, can I call you Sharko?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yay! So, Sharko, we've been kind of scanning through the My Anime list, and we both know that there's going to be at least 2, potentially 3, plus however many more that we don't follow, YouTube videos already out that's going to talk about all of the anime out, or the top 10 anime to see and all that stuff. So what we have done for you guys is, instead of going through all of that when we know you're going to have access to it somewhere, we're going to talk about the shit we're interested in.
I mean, that's what matters.
Oh yeah. Our opinions are phenomenal cosmic powers.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but alright, yeah, fair enough.
So I know the anime that I am most excited about for this season already. What about you?
We're talking about, like, singular anime?
What of the anime that is going to be airing in the summer 2023 season, is there one that you are the most looking forward to, or you are looking forward to the most?
Yes. I have found one, and all I'm going off of is the trailers I've seen, so maybe I'm wrong in the future, but for now, this one.
Oh man, you even do trailers. Alright, what is it?
It is... I'm just going to say the English title. It's Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Let me see if I can find it. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Yeah, it's about halfway through release dates. It's on the 9th.
I mean, I'm just gonna click the search button. I found it.
Don't bring logic into this.
Let's see. In a trash-filled apartment, 24-year-old Akira Tendo watches a zombie movie with lifeless, envious eyes. After spending 3 hard years at an exploitative corporation in Japan, his spirit is broken. He can't even muster the courage to confess his feelings to his beautiful co-worker Otori. Then, one morning, he stumbles upon his landlord eating lunch, which happens to be another tenant. The whole city's swarming with zombies, and even though he's running for his life, Akira has never felt more alive. Alright.
You know, it's zombies.
I didn't think you liked zombie stuff.
It depends on the mood of it. Because there's a lot of different ways to, like, for zombie stuff to be done. This one has a lot of energy, at least in the trailer.
Okay, I mean, it says that the genres are action, adventure, comedy, horror, and supernatural, and that it is a seinen, which means it's going to be a little bit more mature in plot,
Probably.
theoretically. Maybe.
But I also like that it has an adult cast.
Which is probably why it's under seinen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it is. 24 years old. 24-year-old is an adult now? I'm old.
Technically 18's an adult, depending on how you look at it.
I'm super old.
My birthday's in, like, less than a month, so,
Alright, so what is it about it that has you curious, has you interested?
Well, for one, you know, lifeless, man after working for a corporation. And honestly, just the trailer's got really good energy. I like the character designs that I've seen. It's also oddly colorful.
Yeah, and I'll have a picture of some of these if it's not already up here. But yeah, the image, it's got this hot pink, Splatoon pink background with yellow spots.
The background's yellow with pink as text, but yeah.
What? Not the one I'm looking at.
What are you looking at?
I thought we were looking at the same thing.
Hold on, now I'm curious though.
I'll send you the message.
Did you Google it off of my anime list or just in general?
Off of my anime list.
All right, hold on. I'm waiting for the message.
I'm sending you the picture. That is a hot pink background with yellow spots.
Wow, that is not the image I'm looking at.
Well, send me the image. What are you looking at?
That might be the manga.
Oh no, am I looking at the manga? Oh, yep. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
see, the one I'm looking at is this.
Okay, but it is still very vibrant.
It's
Very
it's still
exciting.
super colorful. It's still super colorful, and like I said, the trailer's got a lot of like really good energy to it.
Still giving off some Splatoon vibes. Just going off of the intro image itself, what is that anime that it's reminding me of? Oh my gosh,
Describe it in a sentence.
dude's pimple turns into a girl with a guitar.
Fully Cooley?
Yes! It makes me think of Fooly Cooly a little bit. I don't know why. Not in like specific artwork or anything, just the vibe that I'm getting from this poster makes me think of Fooly Cooly a little bit.
Fair enough. Original Fully Cooley is wild shit.
Fooly Cooly is in that list of anime for me where as a kid I watched like one episode or part of one episode and it traumatized me.
You should really go back and watch it again because it's got some really good themes.
Maybe I will, especially since a new anime dropped a little while ago.
I don't
think
about that one.
It was either a reboot or a second season, I'm not sure which.
I never heard anything about that, if I'm completely honest, but original Fooly Cooley has some really interesting themes, and one of the most unique dubbing attempts I've ever seen.
Is it a Studio Trigger anime?
I don't think so. Hold on, now I need to know.
Mwahaha.
Not that one. Where's the original?
What? No, it was an IG production, it looks like.
Oh, it was Gynax.
Gynax. So
it was kind of.
I wasn't entirely. Look at me paying attention to crap. All right, so what is? Out of curiosity. Nope. Licensors here. Viz Media Studio Bug Films. I have no idea. But anyway, so yeah, I will definitely be interested in giving this at least 3 episodes.
Yeah.
When does it come out? Do you know?
The 9th.
The 9th. Well, alrighty then. As for me, I too have an anime that I am instantly interested in. However, you are not going to be interested in it at all.
What are those?
Well, first off, it is a part 2.
Sugar Apple?
Yeah, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I mean, come on.
What about new stuff?
This is new stuff. Look, this for me it's part 2 of season 1, it looks like. Because season 1 ended on a humongous cliffhanger, and I will not accept that as the ending of the first season. However, I really enjoyed that anime, and it has been a while since I've gotten to the end of an anime and been like, I need a season 2, like, right now. I even tried to look up the light novel, but then I got confused, and it got complicated, so I stopped. But the first part 1, was a lot of what I wanted at the time in a fantasy romance anime. It has an ongoing plot. It has some mystery. You learn about each character's backstory. It's really cute and sweet. And I want to know what happens next. It is rated PG-13. And for anyone that doesn't know, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale is about a land where humans have enslaved fairies, which bleh, don't like that part. But they are using it as a talking point to cover situations of discrimination and blah 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 blah, you know, a lot of those topics, while also having a very pretty flowy gorgeous background and engaging characters. I'm excited for it.
I did not enjoy season 1. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
But question, did you give it the full 3 episodes?
Yes, I think you made me.
Are you sure? I remember us watching 1 episode. I don't think you got past episode 1.
Hold on, I'm gonna go pull it up and see. Sugar. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yep. It doesn't have. Oh, we probably streamed it. I think we watched 2 episodes. Are we doing 3 episodes or 4 episodes? What's going on there?
Well, it's the 3 episode rule. I think we switched up to 4 episodes specifically for the anime podcast to see if the 4th episode would make or break anything. So, I mean, if you're willing to give it 2 more episodes.
Maybe, but probably not.
I know for me, an anime in this last season that absolutely needed all 3 episodes to get going. And honestly, that episode 4 probably was just like the pin in the excitement meter or whatever, was Loving Yamada at level 999.
I have a friend who apparently finished it.
I also finished it. and may or may not be considering continuing it via manga because I don't know if they'll ever do a season 2.
Does it need a season 2?
Yes and no. There is obviously a lot of plot and character growth and character development that could still happen, but the confession happens in the last episode of season 1. The confession that we all know is going to happen because it's a romance anime. Don't come at me, spoiler people. But the first 2-ish episodes of that anime is really slow. It's really generic. I didn't like the main character, the main female character at all. She had almost zero redeeming qualities.
Mm-hmm.
But something happens in season 3 that honestly changes all that. We get to see more of her as a human being and less as like just a heartbroken husk of a person. You get to learn more about obviously Yamada himself. This anime has a way of setting up certain scenes that just refreshed my entire heart. It needed the 3 episodes. In fact, I would say I enjoyed it more than Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, which I am very much looking forward to season 2 of. I know the manga continues on for quite a while. The reason I don't think the anime will, though, is because the confession happened in the last episode of season 1, and that can be wrapped up into a nice pretty pink bow and make people want to go and do what I want to do and read the manga. But was there, okay, so if I'm going off of something that neither of us has watched yet because it is brand new, that I am excited is coming out, I'm really interested in My Happy Marriage. Mio Samori was the unfortunate child of a loveless arranged marriage. After her mother died, her father brought in his lover and her own daughter Kaya. From then on, Mio's life was reduced to that of a mere servant. Even worse, while Kaya inherited the family's psychic abilities, Mio had none, and she was truly the daughter with no merit. After years of being treated like dirt, Mio has learned to keep her head down, hide her pain, and obey every order. So it comes as no surprise that she's arranged to be married to Kyoko Kudo, a military captain rumored to be so cruel that he has driven away every one of his potential wives so far. From a painful upbringing to a painful marriage, that's the future that awaits Mio, or so she thinks. Contrary to her expectations, her new husband is actually kind-hearted. What really awaits Mio is a blissful, everlasting marriage full of happiness.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I misread that the first time through and thought that they had psychic powers, and I was like, oh god, it's Soul Dick Punch all over again.
No, there can only be one. There can only be one.
I mean, seems alright.
I've seen a clip on this, like, on TikTok or somewhere, and I don't remember if it was just, like, they had animated I believe it's a manhwa that this is based off of. Let's see. Source novel. Okay. So it was probably also made into, like, a webtoon or something. But it's this really funny scene where he's, like, behind the desk, and she is scared, and she's like, I want to leave. And his subordinate just, like, picks her up and jumps out of the window, and he's like, what the hell? And it was just there was a lot of comedy in that one scene that's made me have my eye on this for a little while. So I will definitely be giving it 3 episodes. Are you interested at all?
I mean, I'll give it at least 1, potentially 3. Listen, when I say at least 1, it means 3. Unless, like, it really goes out of the way to just be like, wow, this is bad.
That's fair. So what about you? Do you have a second one that you have on your...
Is this just, like, something else I'm interested in, or...
Yeah, like what is... just scrolling through what has caught your eye, because we're obviously not going to talk about all of them. I can see 2 more, at least, that have my eye.
Okay, well, the main other one that really, I wasn't that interested in, then I saw the trailer, was Sin Duality Noir.
I see it.
And this is mostly because it's got mechs.
I see the mech in the background now. So the year is 2222. It has been years since Tears of the New Moon, a mysterious rain poured and wiped out almost the entire human race. So we've got dystopian.
Yep.
The poisonous rain gave birth to deformed creatures devouring humans, and humanity fled from the danger. As means for survival, the humans then built an underground haven, Amasia. In this newly built dystopian city, in a pursuit of maintaining their existence, they run into an artificial intelligence named Magus. Not knowing how things will work between them, the story of how humans and AI coinciding and trying to fight their truths begin.
So yeah, it's got mechs, it's got AI, it's got dystopia. Go ahead.
Despite myself, I think dystopian stories are some of my favorites.
Yeah, they can be really good. It is really a toss-up sometimes.
It looks like we've got. It starts at July 11th, and reminds me, we need to watch that Hulu series.
Oh, right.
Heavenly Delusion. I need to get you to watch that with me.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I don't have a Hulu. So we'll definitely need to sit down and do that.
Yes.
And there are no other reasons why I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I'm not too happy about the amount of commercials that come with a Hulu account. Could just pay to have no commercials.
God, no, that ain't worth it.
I don't know. There are a lot of freaking commercials with Hulu. Like, it's obnoxious.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, I haven't heard really anybody talking about it, but it is phenomenal. Like, it makes me, it gives me Cowboy Bebop vibes.
Oh, okay.
And so when I say an anime gives me vibes of another anime, it just means that there's something about that anime that makes me like, it is causing a mimicry in the emotion that I had when I first watched whatever it is I'm comparing it to.
That's fair.
We were talking earlier about Hell's Paradise and how Hell's Paradise is giving me Rurouni Kenshin vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing with that one, there is a new Rurouni Kenshin anime coming out. I do not know if it is going to be airing anywhere in the United States, which is where we reside. If it does, I'm not sure I'm going to watch it. I don't think I want to. But Hell's Paradise is giving me Rurouni Kenshin vibes. And I don't know if it's because of the time period they're from, or the main female lead looks similar to the main female lead of Rurouni Kenshin. But for whatever reason, it's causing a very similar feeling, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So that might be my substitute for that specific nostalgia train.
Yeah. I've said this a bunch in the last day or two, but I am going to be trying to get back into all of the anime. And there's a lot I need to just sit down and just binge.
I mean, there's a lot of anime that's coming out every single season.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it's good, but a lot of it's forgettable. Like, it seems to be a really big fad lately for anime to be just something that you don't have to think about.
Well, a lot of times what I think is happening there specifically is... I might cut out for a second. I think I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good now.
But a lot of things that's happening there is that it seems like a story you've already heard.
That too, but like, for example, we were talking about this earlier, and I don't know if either one of us is actually going to watch this, but I was reincarnated as a vending machine?
Vending machine. I was reincarnated as vending machine, and now I wander the dungeon. Except that they can't move or talk.
Alright guys, this is the synopsis for this wild ride, right? A vending machine fanatic meets his demise. A vending machine fanatic, that's what I just read. Meets his demise.
To be fair, that can happen in Japan.
Okay, yeah, I've seen the Akidearest episodes on what she cooks. From what she cooks with vending machines. Anyway, a vending machine fanatic meets his demise when he is, quite ironically, crushed by a vending machine. To his dismay, he finds himself reincarnated as a vending machine in another world. Having re-emerged within a forest inhabited by frogmen and other monsters, and supplied with only 2 products, Boxo the vending machine requires coins to keep itself stocked, powered, and upgraded with new skills. Luckily, the automat is rescued by a young woman who quickly realizes that it is sentient, and she carries it to a human settlement. Thereafter, the strange piece of machinery gradually makes an impact in the world around it, gaining numerous allies along the way despite being utterly incapable of speech or movement and communicating only by playing out pre-recorded vending machine phrases.
Yeah, I'm sorry, is Is this really something we want?
I'm here to argue that yes, this is really something that a lot of people want. Because you don't, and when I say you don't have to think, I mean, so many of us all day, we are, doing long 8+ hour work days, whether it is in the office or in the home, whether we're looking after a kid or multiple children or multiple pets or have 5 jobs or whatever the case may be. By the time we get to a point to where we can just relax and decompress at the end of the day, sometimes all a lot of people want is something on the screen that they can just laugh with. And I think that is the reasoning behind all of the uptick in Reborn as X, now IX.
Listen, I am I don't want to say I am an expert, but I've watched a lot of isekai, folks, and yeah, there's some weird ones out there. There are, in fact, quite a few isekai this season. But when I think of isekai, the main thing I think of is having an active role in the world. And I'm just not convinced that can happen when you are unable to talk or act in the world.
You know what? I say we give this 3 episodes.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I have to.
Why do you have to?
Because I am our own individual isekai man.
And look, this falls for me under the category of this is such an outrageous premise. Yeah, I'm gonna watch at least 3, unless it is so bad that I'm not going to. But I think this is gonna get all 3, and that wasn't even on my list.
Listen, I watched a man get reincarnated as a sword, which actually turned out being one of the best anime of that season for me. But a vending machine?
I mean, why not?
For all of the reasons I already stated?
So, what do you think of this season so far? Like I said, there are at least 2 more that I think... I don't know, I think this is a pretty medium-stacked season looking at variety.
I think there's a couple that look good, like we said, and maybe there are some other outliers that are really good. The problem with looking at anime before this season starts is it's very hard to find anything with subtitles. So, I don't know what half these trailers are saying. So maybe this is really bad, or maybe some of the ones that I've completely overlooked are really good.
Well,
It's kind of a toss-up.
I've got 2 specifically that I don't know if I would say I have high hopes for, but I have high hopes for.
Okay. You go ahead and start.
The first one is going to be Liar Liar.
I saw that one, and I didn't know how to feel about it.
I don't either because it falls under ecchi.
Yeah.
Which makes me think Shokugeki no Soma style thing.
To be fair, the first 3 seasons of Shokugeki were good.
I didn't watch beyond season 3, I don't think, but I read further than I watched, and I may one day go back and finish that anime, manga, whichever you want to call it.
I think it should have ended at season 3, but that's a conversation for another time.
But, so, actually, it makes me think, okay, maybe we're going to get a little bit of Shokugeki no Soma style, but the premise makes me think Liar Game.
Okay.
And I don't know if Liar Game is old.
I don't recognize it offhand. Can you summarize it?
So girl finds herself wrapped up into this scam where a suitcase of money is given to her, and she's told, hey, you're gonna be in a game. You either steal someone else's suitcase or you have your suitcase stolen. And if you have your suitcase stolen, you have to pay us back. But if you steal their suitcase, then you have, a suitcase to pay us back with, and you have extra money, basically. And it's a game of just, tricking people. And one of the other players is somebody that she went to school with, I think a teacher maybe even, someone she trusted. And they scam her out of her suitcase early on. She ends up interacting with this dude who just got out of jail for, taking down an entire company from the inside. Because that company scammed his mom, I think is what it is.
All right.
And he hates seeing innocent people get scammed, basically. So he's like, all right, I'll get your money back. And he does. but then there's a round 2. And you have the opportunity, and for some reason they keep playing the game, and it's a mind game of who can outthink who for how many cookies kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it has nothing to do with the fact that the word liar is in it. But at Academy Island, everything is settled through games, waged for a certain number of stars, with the strongest student being granted the ranking of 7 stars. Hiroto, a transfer student, unexpectedly beats the strongest empress and becomes the pseudo-strongest in the school. A mind game of lies and bluffs begins.
So I now I remember why. When I looked at this, I read that, and the big worry I have about that is this is presumably about a very intelligent main character. And can you write that? Because it's the difference between telling us someone is smart and showing us someone is smart.
True. And the last time I saw an anime that made me think of this, because this also makes me think of that gambling anime that was really popular on Netflix with the girl with the crazy eyes.
That good, but like people were thirsty, so I
watched an episode or 2 of it, but it got really popular. And then there was another gambling anime either last season or the season before that ended up not watching like at all, but I was really interested in it, so I may go back and actually watch it because I never saw an episode. But this is either going to be really intriguing, kind of like a psychological thriller, or it's going to be bad and really boring.
Yeah, that's the toss-up.
And the only genre is ecchi.
Of course.
So I think this is... I don't know. It's on my radar. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. But the other one is The Gene of AI, and it's by Studio Madhouse, which I think is the one that did the anime. Oh, yes, it did Yamada. It did Yamada-kun.
I mean, Madhouse has done a lot of anime.
Yeah, it has.
They've been around for a long minute.
I have high hopes, but specifically because this is Madhouse.
Listen, some of these, not that good. A lot of these, though, very good.
They did the Stitch anime! Oh, they did Cheese Sweet Home.
Oh, they did Redline.
No, but
and
the one...
Did, Hajime no Ippo anime for all of them.
Ooh. So yeah, Madhouse, pretty legit company. Did a lot of Marvel-based stuff, it looks like. But this specific one, The Gene of AI, the science fiction omnibus depicting a doctor who treats robots and humanoid problems, takes place in the near future when humanoids with artificial intelligence account for 10% of the population. The main character, Dr. Sudo Hikaru, also has the undercover name Mogadit. Mogadit. That's just fun. Mogadit. Under which he secretly takes on illegal medical procedures. For example, for a man who inadvertently infected his humanoid wife with a computer virus when illegally backing up her data, Sudo proposes an operation to rewrite her memory using backup data. Could an existence replaced by backup data truly be said to be the same as it was before?
So yeah, it comes down to our AI people.
Kind of, yes. The genres are drama, sci-fi, suspense with a psychological theme. And I'm very curious. Starts on July 8th. The first thing I think of is, could this be a continuation of thoughts from anime like Chobits? Which is, like, the whole theme of Chobits really was, can artificial intelligence be loved and love in return? Like, was the big takeaway from Chobits.
Mm-hmm.
This, obviously, it seems to be a more serious setting. I haven't watched the trailer because I don't trust trailers anymore, but yeah, that's... I'm really gravitating towards anime that remind me of when I was younger, not in the sense of like, oh, these were the better days, but like anime that has a little bit more meat to its bones, more of a plot to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I am loving some of the romance anime that have been coming out lately. Skip to Loafer, loving Yamada-kun, I've mentioned that a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But you got me started on Hell's Paradise. I got myself started on Heavenly Delusion. And sometimes that's just I want, when I say plot, I want more of a progressive storyline, like where there is a beginning, a middle, an end.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna argue against you.
I mean, that's just my thoughts. Like, what do you look for in an anime right now? What would grab your attention, do you think?
I don't know. My taste in anime has been slowly changing. I used to just prefer a lot of like action stuff, but you know, there's some really good romance stuff out there as well. Heck, some of the anime that you and I were getting into a while back, while having some action elements, were just not that. That wasn't the focus of them. Like Chilling in My 30s, or
Was not expecting to like that one, I'm not gonna lie.
what was the other one? It's gonna bother me now.
Oh no. I got fired by the demon lord something.
Oh no, that was Chilling in My 30s.
Oh, was it? Then campfire cooking in another
Campfire
world?
cooking. Campfire was so good.
It
God, I
was.
loved campfire cooking.
And so was chilling in my 30s, but you know what they both kind of lacked?
What?
Plot progression.
Well, campfire cooking's plot was just, I'm gonna wander the world.
They didn't explore the world. It was really just, I'm gonna go from one pretty scenery to another pretty scenery. All of the towns look the same, and I'm going to cook delicious looking mouth-watering food.
All the towns look the same because he was in the same kingdom.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know if he ever actually left the original kingdom.
Yeah,
I think
he literally left the original kingdom in the first 2 episodes.
That's not what I mean when I say the original kingdom. I mean the kingdom he ended up in.
Yeah, and when I stopped watching, he was going into another kingdom.
Lulu, we watched the entire season.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Look, my point is, there wasn't even enough plot there for us to agree on what happened in the plot.
Yeah, we went through the entire season together.
No, there's one episode. After easily defeating the pack of dangerous, blah 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 blah. Received praise not only from the guild, but also the entire town. I don't think we saw episode 12. If we did, you streamed it.
No, I actually didn't. Did we really never watch the final episode? We should do that.
Boom. Point made.
Alright, we watched 11 out of 12.
And nothing really happened. Like, the slime leveled up. He leveled up a little bit. The wolf
Is OP as shit. But
like,
that's kind of the point.
But this also falls under the whole thing with the vending machine concept of, this is an anime, like, you could realistically watch almost any of these episodes out of order and not really be confused at all.
Be that. There isn't really, like, true progression.
And that's fine. That honestly makes it prime for, like, reruns and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not super episodic, but it is super endearing. But we also managed to not watch the last episode.
I might try and rope you into watching the last episode after this.
Hey, it's got both sub and dub, so I'd be down for that. I do still prefer dubs, because I like to do artsy stuff when I'm watching anime.
That's fair. So anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how there's a lot of anime coming in summer 2023. We're only interested in a few of them, and we mentioned the ones that we were interested in, I think.
And then you mentioned ones that you were kind of interested in, and I think I was supposed to mention one I was kind of interested in.
Oh yeah. Well,
is that you saying do the thing?
I'm saying do the thing.
Okay. Honestly, the one that really got my attention the most has a really stupid name.
What is it?
Undead Girl Murder Farce.
What?
Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but the synopsis is actually more interesting.
Undead Girl. Oh yeah, I was looking at this one.
Right? Like, yeah, that's a stupid name, but
I think this was one of the ones that's like, I don't know where we're going to be able to watch it.
That's fair. For the record, gang, the end of the 19th century, a vampire's wife is murdered, and the detective known as the Cage User is called in to solve the crime. More to the detective and the curtained bird cage it carries. After all, when solving a case involving a monster, it might just take one to know one. And yeah, I'm mostly interested because it's not that the vampire murdered someone's wife, it's that the vampire's wife was murdered.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it definitely struck my interest. Again, I don't know where this is going to air. I think it's going to air on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to bet it's probably going to be a high dive.
I mean, it's a thing. We'll figure it out.
Or it's Hulu. Like, those seem to be like the big three. If they say Disney Plus, it's usually going to end up on Hulu for us. But it's going to start on July 6th. I guess we're going to find out soon.
But yeah, like, maybe this is terrible.
Or maybe
it's
it's
good.
not.
I don't know.
Vanitas, that's what it makes me think of.
Vanitas was good.
Vanitas was good. I need to go back to that.
I watched all of Vanitas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was that a Hulu or a Crunchy?
That was a Crunchyroll? Because I don't have Hulu.
Oh yeah, Case Study of Vanitas. Oh, there isn't a season 2.
It's the second half of season 1, basically.
Yeah,
Season
I'm
1
like
ended at
1, 2,
episode
3.
12 or 13.
There are like 5 episodes that I haven't seen, but there was another one that I found the manga, and I just read until I had updated on the manga, and I was like, no, I need more.
That's fair. I don't have a lot of good ways to read manga right now.
But anyway, I don't really know what else to talk about too much, unless you wanted to talk about anime that we think other people are going to be excited about, but we're not.
Not really. Because if I'm not interested in something, I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. You didn't even mention Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, how do I word this? I think season 2 of Jujutsu, I don't think that it's going to be bad, but I think that we're moving backwards in time, and I feel like it's going to be weird.
Fair.
I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. We'll see.
All right. Well, with that being said, I do believe that is going to be the end of our podcast. It's about the same length that it has been before. When you guys see it, it'll be a YouTube video.
Someday we'll have a Yami in the future.
Hey, we have space for at least 4 members.
Well, I can't see that now, can I?
Wahahaha.
I see how it is.
Anyway, so yeah, what about you guys? What are some anime that you think are going to be the hit anime of the season? Are you excited about what we're excited about?
Tell us your thoughts. Leave comments. Like the video. Do the thing.
Share your secrets.
Yeah, have a good day, guys.
Bye!